Hi there, Lara Riggio here, coming to you from noisy New York City, where I teach energy hacks. They're simple, easy, and effective exercises you can do to help your body overcome both the physical and emotional aspects of stress. Today's energy hack is designed to help you keep calm as you carry on throughout your day and be aware of your consciousness level. This exercise can also help you reach a higher level of consciousness. Now, if you've been listening to me or you've been, in the awareness world at all for any amount of time, I'm sure you've heard people talk about reaching higher levels of consciousness. Well, what the heck does that mean, higher levels of consciousness? Let me break it down. There's 3 levels of consciousness. Number 1 is the unconscious, and that is when you are just reacting in your world. Something happens, you react, you're not really conscious about it. You're not aware of why you're doing what you're doing or how it impacts anyone else. Example, I was walking up the subway steps the other day, and when I got to the top, the person in front of me just stopped. Now there's all these other people coming behind me, and so there's a little bit of a traffic jam there, and I felt a little trapped in the moment, and boom, I said something that was a little too abrupt and probably a little aggressive at the time. And afterward, after I walked about a half of a block down the street, I thought, wow, and this was my conscious mind kicking in, wow, that was a little rude of me. What was that really about? And it was a reaction to just feeling trapped. I'm sure you guys can think of a time when you've reacted like that without thinking, and you've had this habituated response. Sometimes when people have experienced trauma, they have what's called a PTSD response. So this is when you react without thinking. The next level of consciousness is the conscious level, and it's what I flipped into about a half a block away from that incident. And that's when you're able to be aware of what's going on, and then to think about what you want in that instance and take an action that's in alignment with what you really want. Because ultimately, what I really wanted to have was just a peaceful, easy day without a lot of emotional intensity and distress, and instead I reacted and got myself all upset until I was able to calm myself down and get back into a state of normalcy and ease. The next level of consciousness is a higher level of consciousness, and this is when you're not only aware of how your actions are impacting your own life, but you're also aware of how your actions and choices are impacting the greater good, everyone around you, but also the world and all that is. And I'm talking about this today because just last week we slipped into, in the world, a higher level of energetic frequency. What people are calling, we've moved into the 5th dimensional frequency. Now, in this frequency, a higher level of consciousness is actually being supported. And just think about it. When you're aware of how your actions are impacting everything that is, you are more connected to everything that is. And when you're more connected, not only are your actions having an impact, but your thoughts and your desires are also more connected to the whole, and so manifesting what you desire in this state is also easier. So in the 5th dimensional frequency, your desires and your wishes can be manifested much faster, but it is dependent on you being in this higher frequency and at this higher level of consciousness. Now, when you think about it, when do you feel as though you are able to be more conscious of others? When you're in a stress state, or when you're in a state of love and grace? Love. When you're feeling loved and you're feeling good about yourself and confident about who you are in the world, isn't it easier to think about how what you're doing is impacting others, isn't it easier to be more loving when you're feeling more love? So today I'd like to share with you a super easy exercise that for a while I did every day, and it helped me get into a state of gratitude, appreciation, and love. And being in this state can help increase your level of consciousness and just have you enjoy your day a heck of a lot more. So it's very simple. You just, when you wake up in the morning, maybe it's on your way to work, or maybe it's right when you get out of bed in the morning, could be when you're in the shower. Think about some things that you love about your life. I'm going to start just so that you can get a sense of how it can really shift your energy. So these things can be tiny too. I always start off with one of my favorite things, which is my almond milk cappuccino. I love them warm in the winter and I love them cold in the summer. And I just enjoy the flavor so much that makes me happy. I love playing with my puppy Chulo because he brings me so much joy and giggles when I do it. Despite the noise, I actually love living in New York City because we really do have everything here. It's the melting pot of all these different cultures, and you can see a play, you can go to the opera, you can go to a gospel concert, and you have all of these options and all this culture available to you, as well as all the amazing food, because I am such a foodie. One of the things you can think about when you're thinking about what you love about your life are your favorite foods. Right now in the summertime, I love the taste of watermelon, and I love in the middle of sessions throughout my day, my offices in our building, coming up to the apartment and having a few bites of watermelon. It's so fresh and delicious, and again, it brings me joy. So just think about some of those things that you love about your life. Maybe you just knock off 5 to 10 things and see what that does for you, because it can fill your heart with more love, and then you start to see the world through different eyes. The next question is to ask yourself, what are you most passionate about? What do you like to do that inspires you? So for me, I love working out to my favorite music tracks because it just inspires me. It makes me feel good, it lifts my spirits, and fills me with joy. So what do you like to do that you could actually incorporate into your day every day that can physically lift your mood because it inspires you? Maybe it is just dancing to one of your favorite songs. And then last but not least, this is an exercise that can override a stress response. And again, I would like to invite you to do it in the morning before you really get your day moving along too far. And you're going to use a mantra that reinforces how you want to feel that day. So I've been working a lot with ease and having more time and space in my day for myself. So I've been doing little by little, I can create more time for myself and greater ease. And I simply sit in this posture. I cross right leg over left or left over right. So you literally cross the right ankle over the left or the left over the right. Okay, I'm gonna do it right now. And then you put your hands in this position. You take your hands out in front of your face like this. Okay, the backs of your hands facing one another. You cross them, you clasp them together, and then you place them on your lap. So you could do this standing in line anywhere, you could do this sitting on the train, you could do this sitting at your desk, and as you sit here, you simply breathe and repeat your phrase. Little by little, I can create more time for myself and more ease in my life. Little by little, I can create more time for myself and more ease in my life. You can choose anything you want. If you want more love in your life, you could say to yourself, little by little, I can have more love in my life. If you want more joy in your life, you could say, little by little, I can be open to having more joy in my life. If you want more peace, little by little, I can have more peace in my life. So choose whatever you'd like to attract, and you're gonna sit in this posture and just repeat that for yourself. And do it until you feel your body really relax. You might feel your body want to take an inhale and an exhale to relax. That's when you know you've really solidified this idea into your body and your subconscious. This exercise actually gets your brain working bilaterally, so it turns off a fight, flight, or freeze response as well. And it can not only get you into a very relaxed state, but I find that once I have done this and I have solidified this mantra into my psyche, I start to attract more of those emotions, more ease, more love, and more joy. It's really quite phenomenal. So I invite you to try this, and then also check out the blog with the link below, and just so you can understand better what is going on in this fifth dimension and how you can benefit from it. The tools that I shared with you today are how you can get into flow with this new energy, and check out the blog so you can understand it a little bit better and use it to help you manifest more of what you want in your life. So much love and joy to you.